whenever we have if true, whenever we have if true, this is scientific. Whenever we have the phrase if true, this is scientific. So, in the scientific will ask you this kind of question. He will ask you to support, illustrate, or weaken. You know, support and illustrate mean that you're gonna be with. Weaken, you're gonna be against. Support, illustrate, or weaken what? He's gonna ask you to support, weaken, or illustrate a conclusion. A conclusion. So if you find the noun conclusion, search for the verb conclude. All the questions are gonna be conclusion. No. Sometimes it's gonna ask you about a hypothesis. So search for the verb hypothesize. Sometimes it's gonna ask you about assertion. So search for the verb assert. Sometimes it's gonna ask you about a claim. So search for claim. So here what he wants, he wants to support a conclusion. So now I'm gonna search for the verb conclude here. You can see conclude here. Then what after that? I'm gonna take from the verb till the end. From the verb till the end. And I'm gonna start just reading it to support. Dr. Tamer, are you sure that you don't want to read up? In some cases, that is level 2 and level 3, is gonna push you to read up. Let's find this one. He said the researchers concluded that in many cases, a species can thrive as long as it's able to remain as good as or just a little bit better than more quickly evolving competitors. Do we need to read more? No. I don't need to read more. Why? Because now I want to support that any species can be good or better than the evolved competitors if it can thrive. Okay. Billahi, when you are searching for the answer, don't take something that is out of topic, that is not mentioned. Okay? Endangered, يا عم مجد. Endangered and extinct species displayed a significantly slower evolutionary rate than other species. Number one, I didn't talk about endangered and extinct species. Number two, I said that they are better, the evolved one, no slower. So A is wrong. نسينا يا عم ماجد بنحل ازاي. Letter B, evolutionary rate only impacted species survival when adaptation were linked to environmental pressure. Dr. Tamer, he doesn't talk about any kind of environmental pressure here. And number two, we are not talking about the evolutionary rate. We are saying or we're speaking about the one that can remain as good or little better than the evolved one, not about the evolutionary rate. So cancel this. Let's look at C. Successful species tend to remain more successful than their competitors over time, regardless of evolutionary rate. Yes, he said that any species can thrive or remain good or better if than the evolved one. And here what he said, successful species remain successful than their competitor, and I don't care about the evolutionary rate. So the answer is C. Let's look at D, because I think 2 made it D. Invasive species that I never talked about them again, that overtook competitors, tend to exhibit a higher evolutionary rate than other species. Again, I want to cancel the evolved one. I want to cancel the point of evolutionary. So the answer is C. Majd clear? Mariam clear?
Yes.
Rahaf clear?
Clear.
Okay. Let's go to the second one. عرفنا ازاي بقى خلاص بنحل. To the second one. Joanna, you are here? Joanna, hello. Are you sure? Okay, I got the answer from Majd. I got the answer from Rahaf, from Mariam. Till now, everyone is right. From Ali Morsi, from Asir Ayman, from Ryan. ما شاء الله ما شاء الله شبابي. My leaders. From Ali Swalam, from Sherry, from Asir Osama. ما شاء الله, no one got it wrong till now. From Rimas, from Nardine, from Yusuf Yusri. I'm so proud, wallahi. I'm so proud. From Muhammad, waiting for Ahmed and Joanna that she disappeared. From Ahmed Saeed. Okay, so according to that one right now, no one got it as a mistake. No one got it as a mistake. So let's again revise together. Number two, how I know that it's scientific? From the phrase if true. From the phrase if true. What you want to support. Support what? A hypothesis. So I'm gonna search for what? Hypothesize. Hypothesize. Okay, let's read it. He said Armijo hypothesizes that they can reduce the roasting time for solar roasted green chilies by using more halostats. Wait, Dr. Tamer, I don't understand. Number one, what is the roasting time, or how many minutes for the roasting time, or how many hours? And what is the halostats? I know its meaning, but we're gonna use it for what? In that case, you have to read from the beginning. In that case, you have to read from the beginning. So here he said what? Roasted green chilies are a popular ingredient in southwestern cuisine, but the traditional roasting method of burning propane, اللي هو غاز البوتاجاز, is not environmentally friendly. To see if solar power could provide a better alternative, engineer Kenneth Armijo and his team roasted batches of green chilies using between 38 and 42 halostats. Thank you. So now I know the number. The number is between 38 to 42. The number is between 38 to 42. Let me write it here. 38 to 42. Which are devices that concentrate sunlight. Even I know what is it. The team was successful in reaching the same roasting temperature using traditional propane roasting, but they found that propane yielded faster results. Faster results. While the fastest solar roasted green chilies took 6 minutes. Thank you. So now the roasting time is 6 minutes. For what? For the solar roasted. batches using propane took only 4. So now I need less than 4 or equal to 4. So the 38 to 42 give me 6. What about, I'm gonna think like that because I need more helostats. So if I have more helostats, I'm gonna arrive to the 4 in minutes. So let's find. Attempts to roast green chilies using 50 helostats. More than that. Yield results in fewer than 6 minutes. Yes, 38 to 42 for 6 minutes. So if we arrive to 50, it will be less than or fewer than 6 minutes. This is actual support. Green chili consumers prefer the flavor of solar roasted green chilies over the flavor of propane roasted green chilies. It's out of topic. I didn't think about the flavor at all. The skins of solar roasted green chilies are easier to peel than the skins of propane roasted green chilies. Even we didn't talk about that, out of topic. We didn't mention it. Don't bring any answer out of the text in front of you. The temperature inside the roasting drum is distributed more evenly. We're roasting green chilies with solar power than with propane. Again, we didn't talk about the temperature. So the answer is A, as you mentioned. MashaAllah. Yalla, number 3 is completely different. Literary. Waiting for your answer. Or number 3. So I got the answer from Majd, from Muhammad, from Asir, from Sherry, from Ryan, from Ali Swalam, from Asir Ayman, from Rimas. In number 3 يا عم مجد, look here. لا بص, ما انت عشان جبتها غلط. Whenever we have the word quotation, it's literary. Whenever we have the word quotation, it's literary. What he wants, again, the same thing. Sometimes you want illustrate. هو نفس السكيل. Evidence. Illustrate, support, or weaken. Illustrate, support, or weaken. Okay. The same thing. If he told you claim, search for claim. If he told you hypothesis, search for hypothesize. Conclusion, search for conclude. Here, you want to illustrate the claim. The only difference between scientific and literary, that if you didn't find the verb claim, if there is an introduction, forget about it. How can I know the introduction? You're gonna find that he give you the name of the story or of the drama or the poem, and by whom and in which date يا عم مجد. Okay? So you're gonna cancel it and read whatever after and bring from the quotation something looks exactly like it. Okay? Here he said what? Instead of celebrating growth and renewal, Melee dispute. Dispute means fight, argues, find the mistakes in. The merit means the advantages of the season entirely. Wait. What is the season? Where can I find the season? Look at the title. Right here is spring. So the season here is spring. So now, instead of showing the merits, the advantages of the spring, he shows what? He shows or dispute the merit. He shows that this month or this season is so bad. Okay. To what purpose April? Wait. We know that March, April is in autumn, fall. I'm sorry. Is in the spring. I'm sorry. Is in the spring. We are right now in the spring. So April in the spring. So what purpose April? Do you return again? Why you come back? Why? Beauty is not enough. Here he dispute the advantages of the season. So it can be the answer. The sun is hot on my neck as I observe the spikes of the crocs. It's a kind of plant. I'm sorry. We didn't talk about that. We need to show that he shows or he doesn't care about the advantages of the season. No. The smell of the earth is good. It's apparent that there is no death. طب this something happy. But what he mentioned up that to show the disadvantages, not the advantages. And he doesn't mention the season. Life in itself is nothing, an empty cup, a flight of uncarpeted stairs. Again, it doesn't show anything about the season. So the answer is A. Clear, Ahmed Saeed? Ahmed, clear?
Yes.
كلير يا مجد. انت لازم اول سؤال يا مجد في كل واحد تروح عامل لي كده. Kelly was destined to be a designer from a young age. Kelly was mentioned, and when he was a child was mentioned. He learned how to sew clothing from his aunt Bertha, one of the women, and his love of drawing was developed by his mother, another woman. But where are the buttons? Where is the use of buttons in decoration? No, it's wrong. Although some of the assortment's button is mentioned, appear to be mismatched pieces scattered randomly through Kelly's dresses. Okay, Kelly is mentioned. His most famous design featured carefully crafted patterns of matching buttons. Wait, only buttons and Kelly? Where is the women? And where is one of the women? And where is actually when he was young? No, thank you. Many of Kelly's contemporaries were inspired by his design to incorporate buttons as well as zippers and snaps as decorative items in their work. He mentioned Kelly, but he didn't mention when he was a child. He mentioned buttons, but he didn't mention one of the women. Thank you. So the answer is A. Ahmed Saeed, clear?
Yes.
Okay. Take care يا أحمد بالله. Let's go to number 5. خلاص احنا بقينا أساتذة. افتكرنا السكيل. Go on. I got the answer from Majd. And from Muhammad. I love getting the opportunity to be outside and around nature, especially on days when the weather is nice. Okay, where are the volunteers? Where are the residents? No. Overall, we are lucky to have a few expert gardeners living in the neighborhood. Residents. Some volunteers. So now I got the residents and the volunteers. And I have gone to them a few times with questions, and they have been eager to help us and to learn more about the project. So now there is foster connection, the relationship. So the answer is B. My favorite thing about the garden is the feeling of pride I get When I walk by each day, as I see the plants growing, I feel good knowing I had a small part in creating this beautiful space in the neighborhood. He took only about one of the volunteer. He didn't talk about even fostering connection. So, D, our first challenge was deciding what plants would be most suitable. Yes, I said our, okay. To the climate and soil here in Atlanta. We needed plants that could survive the hot and humid summers. But where the connection, the relationship? Nothing. So the answer is B. ما شاء الله عليكم يا شباب. ما شاء الله.